Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel, and this is a Scrappy Saturday video where I'm coming to you every Saturday with a video of ideas to use some of your scraps. So this week I've been writing down ideas. I've got a kind of a list now of things that I've seen people, using their scraps. And this week I was watching I believe her name is Martina from Teal and Tattered, and she made some cool little pretty tickets from her strips of scraps. So I thought that was so cool, and I wanted to try it. So I will link her video below my video in the description box. But here's what I did as a practice. I just pulled out this strip I had in my scrap box, and it's a strip of, and it was really pretty with the flowers, and it's dark on this side, and I'll show you how I made the tickets in just a second. But I wanted to show you up close how they actually look like tickets, actual tickets, and you can fold them or use them to decorate a page, use them for trim. On the back, these are dark, so these could be decorated on the back if you wanted to. But can you see the perforation? My husband actually bought a few months ago a little perforator. This is it right here. It's got a plastic handle, and I don't even know where he got it. I have to ask him. He's outside working. I would have asked him already before the video, but he's, I can't even see where he is right now, so I can't go outside and ask him. But he brought it home and said, I have a perforator if you ever need to use it. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. I probably would need to use that sometime. And he was outside, and like I said, I couldn't find him. And so I went upstairs, and I was like, into where, like, the office area and his office area. And I said, if I was a perforator, where would I be? So I found it in a little, like, pencil cup up there, because I knew what this part looked like. I just didn't know what kind of handle it had or anything. I hadn't actually seen it. So anyway, I found it. Long story short, or long story long, I found it. Here it is. So I tried it out, and it's pretty cool. It actually, you got to press down pretty hard, but it actually made little perforation marks for me in between my tickets. I was like, awesome. So cool, right? Made it really look like tickets. So I'll show you how I did it. I pulled out some more strips from my my scraps. This one has, I need to cut this off, I see. I have my paper cutter right behind me in case I need it. So let's start with, I thought maybe we start with some we can decorate. I'm not sure which one I want to start with though. I think the yellow. That's a blank slate, right? And you can make them as long, or or if you have shorter pieces, just couple tickets or 3 tickets, whatever. These are 2.5 inches wide, okay? And they don't have to be any certain, length this way. But I didn't cut these down or anything. These were just like this in my, cutoffs in my scrap box. So let's try it. So I to do that one, I measured it and kind of divided it up into how many I thought I could get. So this strip is 9 1/4. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. If I do just under, maybe instead of making them this wide, make them a little smaller, just under 2 inches. I'll see how many I can get. They'll be, I think I'll make them 2 inches actually. I think there'll be 2 with this wide of a, or this tall, length of a card. If they were thinner, maybe I'd do them smaller, but this is pretty wide to do, they would just look too short. So let's go ahead, and this is what I did first. I just measured and took my little perforator and went to say I'm going on my 2-inch mark here. And I pressed down pretty hard with this little thing. And it's probably going to shake my table a little bit. But on this paper, I can actually hear it and see it better. On this paper, this is double-sided, pretty thick cardstock. I mean, not cardstock, paper. This is actually cardstock, but I could see it better because it doesn't have all the flowers on it. So that's my 2-inch. I don't know if I did that straight, but let's see. Let's do the next one. Here's another 2-inch. Okay, try to do it straight. You could score first if you wanted to, or draw a line with a pencil if you wanted to make sure your lines were straight. Or if you don't have a perforator, you could, Martina used a little pokey tool, like a little pin type tool to poke her holes in, and she poked several holes down a line to get her division on the tickets, her division lines. Okay, now another 2 inches from that is right here. Okay. I'm going to press a little bit hard with this. Okay, there we go, and you can see how it bends. Go ahead and bend them. You can see where they're bent, you know, where the fold is. Okay, so there we have our divisions. Now Martina used her crocodile, and I'm using the big hole, you know, the little holes on one side and the big hole. And you can use a regular hole punch too if you want to. I'm trying to see if it would work as well. See, the thing about this, the crocodile, is you can see through the hole here, so you can see where you're punching. So say I'm going to do this first one here. You can look through, put it about halfway down and punch, and you've got your little half hole there, half hole punch. And you know, just go and do that all the way down. I'll go ahead and do it all the way down here. Halfway. And even do it on the corners. Halfway. I'm saying that to remind myself. Halfway. Don't go all the way up and make a hole, you know. Here, let's do these corners. Halfway again. Halfway here. Okay, and then this side. I'm centering the little perforation marks in the hole, and then halfway down into the hole punch. And then a corner here. Okay, now, I don't know how your crocodile works, but it leaves the little, I have to pull the rest of it off here. It doesn't cut it all the way off for some reason. I don't know why, if I'm doing something wrong, but all I gotta do now is just go down the line here quickly and pull these off. No big deal. There, okay. Now we've got our tickets. This is only my second try, so it might not be perfect, but it's just an example of what you can do with your scraps, right? Okay, so we've got that done. We've got two. I might decorate this side too, but I guess I just have to concentrate on this for right now. And we'll do this one, and that one I'll do later. But I kind of like this longer one, the 2.5 inch ones, better than the 2 inch already. I can see how and these are thinner this way too. So these probably should have been longer, but we're just going to go with this one since we're working with this one, and I don't want to waste this. It's going to be cute anyway. So I pulled out several things to decorate. Actually, I pulled lots of things out to decorate here. So the first thing I want to do is use some scraps. So let me just grab some scraps over here. Scraps that everyone might have. Like I've got butterflies, but they're kind of big for this. This one might fit, this little one. I kind of want to tear it though. I kind of just want to use my scraps, but not get real technical as far as like fussy cutting and things like that. So let's tear out this butterfly. I do have some punches sitting here, paper punches, flowers that I've punched out. I'll show you those in a second. See, here's a pretty butterfly that I have cut out that could go on here. One that it will fit on. It'll fit on this one. It'll fit on that one. I would like to, I think I would like to, with the, you know, with the white edges there from the tear, I would like to just distress those a tiny, tiny bit really quick. 1 or 2 swipes here on each side, and it will be not so much white there. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this one down. Let's see if my glitter glue is going to work this morning. Let's see. I'll tell you why. Okay, good. I left the pin out overnight last night, or was it? Yeah, today's Saturday. So last night, or yesterday morning, I did a video before work. And, you know, I pushed it to the limit and kind of was in a hurry after that to go get ready for work. And I'm going to put it on the end here. Start at the end. And then I just kind of rushed out of here. I didn't mean to. I actually thought I put the pin in there, and I didn't. I came in today, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I did have to rinse the little metal part out. This right here, I had to take this off and rinse it out. But you can see it just came out just fine just now. But I had to rinse it out and make sure it was clear, because that glue had dried inside that metal piece. But after I rinsed it out, it's fine. Okay, we've got a butterfly so far. Let's see, you know, here's even a half butterfly I could use on a piece, because we're going to be covering up and layering. This would be the perfect spot to use some of these half pieces of butterflies. So why not go ahead while we have a chance. We all love butterflies, right? And this will be fun to just tear out some butterflies instead of always fussy cutting. I don't know if I've ever torn out a butterfly before. I don't think I have. So let's do it. Another one. Let's see. Yeah, that one will fit. This is probably a little faster than cutting too. Okay. Trying to get a little bit of a smooth tear, not too jagged, you know. But it's going to be a little jagged because it's a tear. Okay, let's see. This one I need to tear off a little bit more here. And that, and a little bit here, this corner. There we go. That one looks good, and this one looks good. Okay. Now to... See, I didn't really have a plan here as far as decorating. I just pulled some things out, and I'm just going with it. Whatever strikes my fancy here as far as my scraps and decorating. So, sometimes that's for the best. Just don't sit there and think about it too much. You know, then you don't get anything done, right? Just kind of gotta go for it. And when you're on video, it kind of forces you to go for it. So that's kind of a good thing for me right now. Okay, those will look cool, I think. I need something for this. This is a smaller one. So I will show you. I have my little pieces here. These are my paper punches. And I have, these are circles. These are little, like, see all the little circles in here? These are, whoops. They can be confetti too. Just went flying. But yeah, these are little circles from a little circle punch, and just, you know, the little strips. You can cut lots of little circles from those strips from scrapbook paper. And then these are flowers. I've been using these lately. You've probably seen them in if you watch my videos. But these are little flower punches from different things. I gotta grab a tissue. Do have my allergies. I didn't take an allergy pill today, but you know, it doesn't mean they're gone. This is the smaller flowers. Whole jar of these. Lots of punches here. These are from all different things, just scraps and book pages, and I like all the colors in here, so pretty cool. And then let's see. So you saw all that. That's all the ones I pulled over because they're small. And so let's see, we need something. Let's put a flower, a couple flowers on here. Since this is small, let's go ahead. Okay, so we glued that one down. Let's start gluing and see what we come out with here on our tickets. I've never made tickets before. I've kind of wanted to, and seen lots of people doing tickets. I watched Maria make tickets, and I'm sure I've watched other people do tickets. These butterflies they look so cool, torn out and distressed. Hopefully you can see that, but they do look really cool. So I'm just gluing these down. You can use any type of glue. You don't have to use art glitter glue for this. I'm sure these would be glued down very well with even just a glue stick, you know, because it's just paper on paper. So let's see, we've got, I like this side. These are kind of double-sided. This has got a lavender on the back and book page here. I kind of like the book page side with the text. So I'm going to use that. These were, I had some book pages from like a storybook, a child's storybook, but they were the pages with, it was a story. I don't remember what story it was, a Disney story, I believe, and it was, you know, there were a lot of good pages in there, but there were some with people fighting, and I didn't want to use those. You know, they have like mean looks on their faces and stuff, and I didn't want to use those in my journal, so I was like, what am I going to do with these? So I ended up making flowers out of them and cutting them up and doing things like this. I mean, you know, you would never know what these were, right? I'm not saying these particular ones are from that, but they might be. I made a lot from a few of those big Disney books with those big pages. So there we have it so far. Now, I don't want to dry this out again, so let me put my little pin back in here. Let's see what else we can put on here. I've got some little elements here that I got in Happy Mail, a little tag. These were from Annalise from Sweden. They're so cute. This is a little tiny button card that was with the button she sent me, and this was a little tag. I think this was on the buttons too. Yeah, this was on the buttons too. So cute. But I thought these would be really super cute on here to add as little elements. Let's see, this has a big open area, so let's put that one there. And this maybe right here. That would look cute. It's small and cute. I have, let's see, let's put I want to use more of my flowers. So maybe another flower, different color. I want a color that will show up. That one has blue on it. These are kind of neutral here. Let's see. I've got some colorful ones. Here's a colorful one. And oh, here's a pretty green one. Okay, well, that has a green butterfly on it, so I'm going to put the green one with that one. And this blue one down here. I have fabric here. I have some Tim Holtz pieces. This one doesn't have a flower yet, does it? Let's put a flower here. Somewhere. Okay. Just using odds and ends I had sitting around. Okay, now let me show you my Tim Holtz pieces. They're, well, the bag they came in ripped, so I put them in a different bag. This is a bag from Bridge Tally Cards, so it's not the same bag they came in. But they're tiny bits and pieces, and this is what Martina was using too, little bits of Tim Holtz. And so I thought reminded me that I had some, so I thought I would get mine out. And I love these little labels and things that are in here. So let's just gotta make sure they're right side up. Okay, so we don't have a label on this one. Let's put something. There's a little red, like a Denison label here. Let's put that over here. something like that maybe. Or we could put it up here in the corner. Let's see what it looks like up here. No, I like it down here. Okay, this one has, I don't know. Let's see, we need something right there. Maybe another flower or some other scrappy bit. Let me see what I got here in my scraps that I can tear up. Here's some music. It's cut in the shape of a journal card, but it feels really, it's coffee dyed too. It feels really thin, so let's go ahead and let's tear off the white. Before I glue everything down, I want to get what I just want to make sure, like, there's a blank space there. Maybe I can put some music right there. You know, plus I want to use as many scraps as possible. But I can see myself making a bunch of these little strips of tickets. You know, that would be fun. So I need a little piece to go right in that corner. So here's a little piece of music. I'm going to stick that right there. Well, a little bit too big there. Let me tear a little piece off. Okay. There's more coffee on this side. Let's put the coffee side up. Okay, so now we don't have any blank space there. Label up there, flower on top. Now we've got more of a scrappy little look there. Okay, and these are pretty much covered here, so I'm going to go with this and glue it down. And maybe we'll have time to do a second one. Okay, so quickly with our glue again, this will just be a little faster, I think, than trying to use my glue stick right now. So I'm going to just use this, so I can just put it on and put it down and not worry about it. Oops. It's flowing so fast, it's dripping out. I must have really needed to clean out that nozzle, because now it's really flowing. Okay, so this is going right here. So cute. And I can get my rubber stamps out and do some rubber stamping on these, or I wonder if I should put the flower on top of the label. I think I should. Yeah. Label on the, or tag, it's a little tag. I just think it's so cute, the shape of this tag, the size of it. It's from Sweden. I've never had anything from Sweden before, so I think it's so cool, just because it's from Sweden. So I've been, I hope everyone's doing well. I haven't said that yet, and I've been giving you my Walmart report on my scrappy videos. So nothing to report today, though. I went to Walmart and it was the same as last week. Nothing was different. So I guess they're in the groove now of how things are right now. I think I'm going to put that right in the middle, right there. It just looks like it belongs there. Kind of. So I know they were just, everything was normal. They were making, you know, kind of like not announcements, but just talking on the radio, on the, you know, speaker there in the store about, you know, things and washing hands and social distancing and all that. So, you know, I guess they got it down now as far as how things are operating, and they were the same as last week. So I didn't go to anywhere else today except to get gas. And like I've been saying, I've been going to Walmart only once a week to, you know, make sure I don't come in contact with too many people. And when I do go to Walmart, you know, try to stay away politely. Oh, I didn't say no. There was TP today. I don't need any, so I didn't buy any. You know, I'm not hoarding it. So I haven't bought any extra this whole time. I've just bought what I needed. So trying to figure out which side. This one has a light green, and this one has a dark green. I'm going to go with the light green, I think, because this butterfly also has light green in it. So that is cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all the excitement at Walmart today. Nothing exciting. Okay, we want the coffee side up on this little piece of music. So I said in my first video, this might not be the fastest way of using your scraps up, but it sure is fun to make little things like this. Let's see, I was going to do it like this sideways. And then this little label from the Tim Holtz pack. It's a nice day here, nice and sunshiny. I don't know if you can tell, but I have two windows in here that I have the blinds open to let the sunshine in. And a light, so that is nice to have some nice sunshine today. It started out raining when I woke up, and now the sun's out, so that's awesome. This is the little button card, so cute. I don't know where she got this. I don't know if she printed it. It looks like possibly file folder on the back, so it might be printed on file folder. But it's so cute. Mrs. C's something buttons, it says on it. So that's going right there. So I can break these apart or leave these together. Okay, so here's what they look like, not distressed. I'm thinking we should distress them because they got a vintage look going here. Where's my little pin? And so let's see what the difference is, how they look distressed and not distressed. Get in the little grooves there if I can, but I don't want to over distress them, just a little touch, you know. There we go, that's enough. Just a little touch of distressing. So there we are. Decorated tickets in the back can be, now this can be glued down on something, taken apart separately. You could use to tear off two and use it as a pocket, or a one or two as a side, you know, like just glue down two sides and a little side pocket tuck. Journaling spots, you know, just so many things you can do with these little tickets, right? So that one's decorated. So let's see, shall we make another one or just decorate that flowery one? Which I can't find. Oh, here it is. See this one. What can we do with this? I have a pie here. I forget where I got this. I got this somewhere in Happy Mail or something. So I don't know if a pie goes with flowers though. Here's some little definitions. I could put a definition on here and a flower, another flower. I could put some fabric on here. Let's see, what else do I have? Let me look at my fabric real quick. A definition and a piece of lace. Here's some lace. Let me see if I have any little tiny scraps that I need to use up. Here's a tiny scrap of lace. That would be better, and save this for something that is bigger. Let me see. Here's my bag. Here's some blue little scrappy bits. Here's, let's see, what colors do I have in here? Pinks and purples. Here's some little pink ribbon here that oh, here's a little piece of lace I could use. Okay, that's probably enough. Oh, here's some little flowers. These could be cool, but again, flowers on flowers, so we won't pull that out. Oh, here's another piece of this is what I'm looking for, little pieces of stuff like this that I can possibly use. This right here would go. Okay, I don't know about this gingham. That probably doesn't really go. Here is, oh, here's my little tiny bits. I have in a little separate bag, in my bag, little tiny bits of stuff, so we'll look at that too. Okay, that's probably enough. And we'll get the little paper flowers out of the way. We already used some of those. And possibly, okay, so we have little fabric bits. We have definitions. We have little dots here that I spilled that we could possibly use. That would be cool. Let's use some little dots too. Okay, let's do kind of one at a time. Well, I want them to be, in case I want to use them in a strip, I want them to all be similar. So let's go ahead and glue down some dots just as a base starting point. That's a music one. This one's from a bingo card. It was a scrap from a bingo card. There's a number there. See that? Okay, we'll glue. It's like cardboard too. So that one's going to go here with a piece of music. Just kind of random dots. This one is kind of fun to see where they came from. Kind of neat. I don't know what this came from, but it has a bunch of numbers on it. So that's cool. All the numbers there with some lines. And here's a red one. Or red, or I guess that's red. Looks almost like hot pink. So that will need to go on a space that's not red. So here's some green. We'll put it over here. Okay, now I need some more dots. I'm going to put at least one dot on each one. So let's see, kind of something that will show up on these bright colors. So I'm going to put a few right here to sort through. Let's see. Got a blue one here. Here's a shiny one. Okay. All right, we're just gonna glue, glue, glue. And see how these come out. And put two on this one, on the side over here. Let's see, here's a bluish colored one, white on the back. Here's another, oh, that's pretty. I'm gonna glue on this side. It's kind of bronze on this side. Very interesting. With some leaves on it. Cool. Okay, so we have, let's see, that's glued, that's glued. Need two more for this little one on the end. Don't want to waste that. These are solid, kind of solid cardboard looking, or craft, maybe they're from some craft cardstock. I have different colors of craft cardstock, so it could be from that. Let's see what this color is. Okay, we'll use this one. It's white on the back and neutral on the front. Okay. It's kind of a base there. Something started. Now we'll start with some definitions. This is the definition of inspire. Okay, see, now we can just kind of glue it over the edge of the dots. Have it as a central decoration, but then you have the little dots there on the end. So let me put my dots back over there. I'll clean those up right now. Next definition is bloom, so perfect for these floral tickets, right? That worked out well. Right here, cool. I can see myself separating these, you know, because they each have a different definition. This one is a definition of flower. These are Shabby Dabby Doo definitions. She has them, Tina has them in her shop on Etsy. If you need some really nice definitions with neutral colors and vintage looking, Tina at Shabby Dabby Doo has them in her shop. So very cool to get these. This is a definition of home. I'm just picking them up at random. I'm not even sorting through them because I know they're all very usable. So that's another one. I didn't know what I was going to do with these, but you know, just going with it. Let's see if I'm just looking for one that'll fit on here. This one will fit. I'm not being choosy about the definition. This is the definition of special though. Special. So these will be nice to use in one of my journals. And I don't think I'm going to put much more on here because I don't want to cover up the definitions. And I don't think I have anything exactly. I can look at my little bits here, but everything's going to cover up the definition from here. So I had a little, I was thinking about the lace, but I think these are going to be, well, I could put a little piece of lace there. Let me cut this. I need, oh, these scissors should be sharp enough. I've got some sharp scissors right here. Let's see if they're sharp enough to cut a piece off. See, I just cut a little piece off, then I can put it right here. Or underneath. Or on top. Whatever, you know, whatever you like if you're doing this, just go with whatever you like. I'm going to kind of balance it out because I have the dots over here and I'll put the lace over here. And I don't even think I'll just get out my Fabri-Tac. I think I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. I mean, yeah, keep using this. This will glue down bits of fabric. And if you're using glue stick, sometimes glue stick will too. So you just got to try it and see what works sometimes. If you don't have anything like Fabri-Tac, just try your glue, because I have, like I said, I have glued down actually lacy lace with a glue stick. Now that I think about it, that's what I glued down with a glue stick, and it worked. Okay, I do have to let this dry, so I'm going to leave that alone for a second. Let's try a piece of this lighter lace here. You know, it's very, you can see, it's very lacy and you can see through it, so not a lot of material to glue on here. So I just want to get a piece that will hold some glue that will actually glue down. So let me get this right here. Let's see. Maybe put that right there. I don't want to cover up the words because I really like these definitions and I don't want it too big, like hanging off too much, but I can put that one right there. So I think I'll put a little bit on the ticket for this one. It's going to be hard to get it on here, so let's just see if we can do that. Do it that way, and we'll let it dry. Art glitter glue does glue dry clear. So, and then the lace is going over, but you can see through the lace, so that's cool. I can still see the definition actually through the lace. So just a little bit of something there, and these are fabric scraps, so I'm still using up my scraps. Let's see a piece of this for something different. A little tiny piece of this. Let's see, this side is more, I want some of those little white squares. So I'm going to cut a little piece of this. Something different. Ah! Oh, there goes my glue. It's sitting on the edge of my table here. And it didn't spill, thank goodness. For that little tiny, let's see, I'm just going to put it over here. Little tiny nozzle keeps everything in. Okay. There's a little piece of fabric on that one. Now I pulled out this pink one. Let's try that. See how that looks. Right here. Now I could sew on these. This would be cool to almost do like a little fabric ruffle, wouldn't it? But I'm not doing that today. I'm not going to sew today. I'm just gluing today. So that's that one. Let's see, now we tried off all of the ones I have out here. So which one do I like the best? You know, I really like this lacy lace one. Do I have more of that? Here it is right here. Let's do another lacy lace one for this little tiny, and then we can see through the lace and see the definition, because this space is so small. It's going to go over the definition a little bit, but we'll be able to see it through the lace. So that is awesome. So cool. Let me get a little bit more under this edge, and then I'll show you. And this video is probably about ready to be done. I'm sure we're getting a little bit long here. We're at about 40 or so minutes, 42 minutes I think. So there we have it, another strip. I did cut these before video, but we completely decorated them here. So we completely decorated these and these on video. And so, and you saw how fast we made these. The only thing is, I said I wish they were a little longer. So these are the 2.5 inches is the perfect length this way. And these are just so you have a measurement in case you want to have a strip that you want to cut. This is, let's see, here's 1 1/4, so it's 1 notch past a little, you know, the little 1/8 marks or whatever the little notches. 1 notch past 1 1/4 to be exact. Let me see. Yeah, yes. So around that side, and then, like I said, 2 1/4 inches. That seems like the perfect ticket size for, you know. And then if you want to make them smaller, I would experiment with making them even smaller, you know, just smaller little tickets. So you can make little tiny tickets, you know, with little strips. Like I have these little strips. I could make some little teeny tiny tickets. That would be fun too, wouldn't it? To make some little mini ones. So that's another video or another time. This video is getting long enough, so I'll let you go. So that's just another idea to have some fun making tickets with your strips. You can, you know, if you have big pieces, you can cut them down, you know, and make strips, whatever you want to do, and with whatever design type paper you want to make it from. They'll be cool no matter what you make them from, right? So have some fun making tickets, and I will see you next Saturday with some more scrappy ideas. So have a great weekend and happy crafting.